Hey eBay, Chris Wortatcom here. This is a minor update to the Verizon assumption of liability process in the video we released in December. First things first, those of you that have been looking to get unlimited data and don't have a consumer account, either have no Verizon account whatsoever, or you have a consumer account but don't have unlimited data, you're going to have to upgrade to a business or open a business account. For those of you that open up a consumer business, let's say you just need 1 or 2 lines, you're going to open a consumer business, but you're still going to need a tax ID. Now, if you use a tax ID that has no established credit, let's say you just filed 2 days ago, got your tax ID number, obviously you have no credit established, you're going to have a $400 account security deposit if you use that tax ID. So let's say if you've got a legitimate business and you already have a tax ID with established credit, I recommend you use that tax ID in lieu of your new one because you're not going to have a $400 security deposit. So if you use a tax ID that's established, has some credit, at least a year on the books, on the market, whatever your business is, you're going to have more of a $250 in that ballpark account deposit rather than a $400. As I said, less than 5 lines is a consumer business. More than 5 lines or more is a corporate business, which they will sign a major account agreement. You'll sign it and agree to it if you open the account to bring in your data line. So if you've got more than 5 or more lines, that's a corporate business. If you have less than 5, that's a consumer business. Why am I telling you this? Because down below you'll see that there are 2 codes, the loyalty flat rate for consumer and the corporate flat rate for corporate, obviously. So if you open a consumer business and you try to take in the 73809 corporate flat rate, the rep will say, hey, it's incompatible, it's not going to keep, it's not going to move over. That's because you're trying to put a corporate plan onto your consumer business, which you can't put a corporate plan on a consumer account. So very simple, you tell the rep, if you've got a consumer business, which if you have less than 5 lines is going to be a consumer business, you tell them you need to put it on the consumer loyalty flat rate, which is the 89736 plan code as listed below, instead of the 73809 corporate flat rate. If you have 5 or more lines and you're a corporate, you won't have an issue. When the rep goes to move it, you're going to tell them to keep all features, core code, plan code, all those feature codes stay the same. You're keeping everything the same anyway when you do an assumption of liability. If you want to change the minutes later, if you're tiered, that's fine, but you're not going to change the corporate flat rate unless you're a consumer business. The only difference between the 2 plan codes, the corporate flat rate is $11.99 a month. It does not include any voice whatsoever in its pay-per-use text. Consumer business or consumer plan, the 89736 loyalty flat rate is $15 a month, $3 difference. Oh my God. And it includes 30 minutes of voice. So to make sure that you get your codes right, because you can't put a consumer on a corporate and vice versa, a corporate on a consumer. It doesn't work that way. Make sure you get your codes intact and make sure that the rep is aware of what codes it needs to be. Previously, my listing said that we had all the nationwide series, unlimited talk and text, all the way from 150 to 300, all the way up to 1400. At that time, we did. Now we do not. We do not carry any tiered lines. We don't even deal with phones. If you even bring up the fact that you're going to put it on a phone, I'm going to disqualify you because we only deal with corporate flat rate for a reason, one reason, and that is we need to get internet to people that need a primary source of internet. If you're like me and you live 50 miles from civilized civilization, I feel you, and that's where we come into play. We only deal with corporate flat rate because it's the cheapest data-only plan. You're not paying for voice and text that you're not going to use on a Jetpack. You're not going to have $86 a month coming for a nationwide 700, or it would be $67 a month for a nationwide 450. You're going to save in 8 months. It'll pay for itself at a $1,000 buyout compared to the $700 for a nationwide tiered line. In 8 months, it's paid for itself. So those of you that need a primary source of internet, you need to contact me. Those of you that need a UDP for a phone, you need to contact somebody else because that's purely a waste of data. No phone is going to use anywhere over 20 gigabytes unless you're streaming. And even at 20 gigs, you have to be sucking a lot of data. You have to be playing your Candy Crush and your Clash of Clans 24/7 to use that much data. But if you're on YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, or anything that streams and sucks the hell out of the data, yeah, you're going to use some unlimited data, or you're going to use a fair chunk of unlimited data, but you're not going to use anywhere near what you would on a Jetpack. We've got guys that pull maybe about 300 gigs a month at most that stream Netflix, stream Hulu, that have a couple kids that are on their Xbox and PlayStation, and if they can get past the NAT protocol. 300 gigs, that's pretty much average, anywhere from 150 up to 400, I'd say, is the ballpark figure for the average consumer use. Now, if you have a phone, you're not going to use that much because your phone, who the hell wants to watch movies on a little 4-inch screen? Even with a phone, you're going to have to pay $30 extra a month just for the mobile hotspot feature, which is another waste of money. If you put it on a Jetpack, The Jetpack's nothing but a mobile hotspot. It's a phone without the phone. Why pay $30 a month for a mobile hotspot? If you're going to put it in on a phone and then use that to bridge all your computers and devices through a WAP or whatever, that's a waste because your latency is going to be ridiculous anyway. Good luck even doing online gaming. On a Jetpack, we have no problem with that. If you're going to put it on the phone, contact somebody else. That's a waste. We only deal with those that need a primary source of internet, i.e. a Jetpack. So if you need a Jetpack or you want to put a plan on a Jetpack, corporate flat rate, loyalty flat rate, any flat rate is your cheapest plan. $50 a month, you're not going to beat it. I've got friends in town, and even Chantel and a couple others on cable are starting to tier their data. Yeah, 250 gigs a month is more than enough for most people, but that's still tiered. I don't agree with that at all. Monopolizing data is no different than monopolizing knowledge. That's a waste to me, and they're paying $85 or $90 a month just for that plan package, and I download 5 times as fast as they do. My setup now, even with a 25 dBi, is the fastest in our entire county. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of that. Being as far as we are away from civilization, it's the only option for some people, and those are the people I'm trying to reach out to. So if this is your only option and you need it for home as on a Jetpack or router, I don't care about a router. Hit me up, contact me. If you got any questions, there's very little I don't know about this by now, and I'll be able to help you out. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'll put my phone back in, but if you send me a message, I'm going to send you my phone number because I hate eBay. I hate eBay messaging because I can't even say AOL without it flagging me down for using an email. So I can't use my acronyms like UDP, AOL, ETF without it saying, hey, you're using an email. So I'm going to send you a phone number, my personal cell phone. You can send me a text or we can call. I really don't like writing a book over 2 hours of time when we can make a phone call and do it within 5 minutes. So if you're going to send me an eBay message, I'll say text me with my phone number and I'll give you the answer after that. It's just for the sake of saving time. I'm sorry, I just don't like eBay messages. Same with Howard Forums. Anybody that sends me a message on there, I'll answer it. But if they come back with more, I'll say, here's my phone number. I'm not wasting time. So again, recap. A corporate flat rate line going to a corporate account that has no established credit on their tax ID, you're going to have a $400 account deposit. The same for consumer, which is less than 5 lines. Or with 5 lines or more. Less than 5 is a consumer business. 5 or more is a corporate business, which is a major account agreement. 5 or more lines is when you get the 8% discount. Whichever one you go with. If you use a new version, brand new tax ID you filed 2 days ago, you're going to have a $400 account deposit just to open the account. If you go and use your legitimate business tax ID or you've got a tax ID that has established credit, that's going to save you money. If it doesn't save you all the money of the $400, it at least gets you down to $250 or somewhere around that ballpark. So it's going to save you a chunk of change. The other little thing, if you try and take a corporate account and put it on a consumer business, it's not going to work. There's 2 codes listed down below in the description, the 89736, which is a consumer business code, and the 73809, which is a corporate code. You can't move a corporate to a consumer and vice versa. So when you go to do the AOL, which if you buy from me, I'll be on the phone anyway and tell the rep what you need to do. But if you go to move a corporate flat rate to an account that has less than 5 lines, you're going to have to tell the rep once they say, hey, it's not going to carry over. Tell them to change it to the 89736 plan code, which is the consumer loyalty flat rate. Or if you have a corporate account and you're trying to bring in a loyalty flat rate, you'll have to change it to the 73809 corporate flat rate. The only difference is corporate's $3 cheaper than the consumer. $3 a month is a big deal, especially when you're only paying $55 a month for unlimited data. I think you can handle it. Unless you want to buy a tier line, which I don't carry anymore. If you want a phone for whatever reason, unlimited talk and text, which is $89 access on top of the $30 unlimited data plan. That's a little steep to me. $110, $120 after fees. That's a little steep for a phone. But even on the nationwide 450 without text, you're looking at about $60, $67 a month after fees. And on the nationwide 700, you're looking at $86. So you do the math. If it's going to save you $30 a month, and 3 months or 8 months time, give or take 8 to 10, it's going to save you, and it's going to pay for itself what you would have bought a nationwide for, either what you would buy or pay monthly for a corporate flat rate. So a $1,000 buyout, yeah, it's $300 more than a nationwide tiered line, but it's going to pay for itself in 10 months' time. You do the math. If you're going to put this in contract, which I advise, and if you've watched any of the previous videos, you know why. If you're going to keep it for 2 years, you do the math. It's going to save you $30 a month over 24 months. Oh, I didn't even count that high. Common sense. Let's do the math here. Now, if you want to put it on a phone, you need to go find another data trader because I'm not going to help you. If you need a primary source of internet for a Jetpack or a Cradle Point router or even a modem, I don't know why you would want a modem, but if you want that, I can help you out, and that's what I'm here for. I live 50 miles from Walmart and all that, so I've been there. If you need a boony source of internet, this is your best and cheapest plan. The data-only plan. You're not paying for talk and text that you won't use on a Jetpack, which is nothing more than a phone without the phone. Aside from this listing, which will remain up for advertising purposes. We are taking a hiatus. I am suspending all trading operations until August. So even though you can message me, if you're looking at getting a line, it's going to be really hit or miss with whether or not I have one active. And the reason I'm taking a break is because we need to lay low sometimes. You can't just flip lines continuously and expect Verizon to let it go unnoticed. You can message me, ask me if I've got one up, but more than likely until August I'm not. And that's just for the sake of our account. Sometimes you got to take breaks. What can I tell you? All right. So this listing will remain open and up as for advertising purposes. You can contact me. Like I said, there's very little I don't know about this. Send me a message. I'll send you my cell phone. We'll text back and forth. I might actually have a line. There's no telling on what day of the week, I might have one come through. But for the most part, no, this is just advertising. But remember, try and use an established tax ID that has established credit, and if you want to save money, that is. Otherwise, you can file a new one and pay the $400 account deposit. It doesn't run off your SSN and your personal credit. No, this is a business, so it has to run off the business credit. That's up to you if you want to do that. Remember, if you try and take a corporate plan code to a consumer account, you have to change the plan code, vice versa. You can't put corporate on a consumer, and you can't put consumer on a corporate. Oh, the letter of establishment, real quick. We found this out too. Sometimes when you open the account, they'll ask for what they call a letter of establishment or foundation, which is nothing more than a letter addressed to your business saying that it's kind of like a proof, if you will, of like you go to the DMV and you need a proof of your residence saying that you're actually a resident of the state after you move. Same concept, only you're doing it for your business to tell Verizon, hey, I have a business that's established under this name. So you can have a friend, wife, girlfriend, doesn't matter, boyfriend, draw up a letter with a letterhead addressed to the business. You'll email it in, scan it and email it to Verizon. The rep will give you an email anyway. You're not going to call in and open your account with one phone call. More often than not, you're going to have to call back a couple of times. The rep that's handling the opening of the account will stay in contact with you. They'll shoot you an email, and once you get that letter of establishment sent in, they'll follow up with you. They'll call back in. More than likely, you're also going to need to have the line ready to go. Lately, they've been requiring that you have a line ready to go, ready to assume at the time you open your account. I want to say it's a rep factor. It really is hit or miss. We've had people open the account without having a line, and then we've had some people say they couldn't do it without having a line ready to go. You're still going to have to put a line on the account anyway. You might as well knock it all out in one go. And I have no problem sitting on the phone waiting for you to open your account. I'll hear your social and all that, but it's a confidentiality thing. We're an LLC. I don't care about that information. I'm not going to hack you. I'm not a thief like that. I'm here to help you save money and get you internet. So I have no problem sitting on the phone if you want to open the account or if you want to have the rep call me after you do that and get me to do the assumption. I have no problem with doing that. Either way, with a consumer business, I'm going to be on the phone because you're probably going to have more red tape to deal with than a corporate. Yeah, until then, though, until August, we are laying low. We probably will not have lines, but this listing will remain active for advertising purposes. But you can send me a message and see if we have one because I can't tell you right now. That might change, Monday. But either way, use established credit, save you $400. Don't get the corporate and consumer plans mixed up, and get yourself a letter of establishment. More often than not, you're going to have a line ready to go when you open your account. With that said, I'm going to shut up now and let you get to it.